Glory, showcasing some of Central Texas' favorite drivers and featuring Heart of Texas and Texas Thunder Speedways. Sit back and don't let the mud hit you.
My name is Jason Batt. I drive the number 9 IMCA stock car, and I think I've been racing 11 years. The good thing I have, and I believe it helps our marriage, is my wife drives the number 3 IMCA stock car. We race against each other. The best part about that is we get to go together wherever we go. And I think any argument we ever have is about racing. I don't think we ever argue anything else. Her thing to everybody is we leave what's on the racetrack and what's at home, home. But ever since we got these GoPros, you know, the in-car cameras, and ever since we got those, it's the first thing we have to do when we get home from a race and watch it. And it can brew up some conversations, I tell you. I've learned how smooth she is in a race car, and she's learned how aggressive I am in a race car, and it really changes our whole conversation towards each other because I'm trying to tell her how to go faster, and really I shouldn't. I should just let her drive because she's obviously one of the fastest drivers out there. I'm gonna say 01 was when I really started just tinkering around with the race cars, and really 2009 is when I decided to start racing more for the competitive point side of things. I've always been in the I-stock. I actually pitted for a guy named Doug Lorenz, and he let me drive his car one night. And jokingly, I tell him all the time, I wish he'd have never let me do that because I'd still be pitting for Doug Lorenz, you know. In Killeen, the guy I run against every week there, Eric Jones, we've come to figure out, you know, because we're such good friends, that we're the same speed. I can't get mine any faster than him. He can't get his any faster than mine. So since 09, he's won all the championships except for last year. I finally won the championship and he got second. My friends are all race car drivers or affiliated with racing. I think I live for this sport. In Killeen, I believe our new promoter, David Good, he really does a good job at the racetrack. That's probably his key point, the track prep. I'm a dry slick driver. I believe that what happens when you get a tacky, heavy track is anybody can win. That's the beauty of Texas Thunder Speedway, is the track is multi-groove, and there's 6 or 7 that can win the race. I would have to say when I pull on the racetrack, the number 1 competition is going to be Eric Jones. Robin can win at any time. Tony Otkin, Richard Valentine. There's Pat Wilson. There's plenty of names out there that can win a race. You've really got to get up on that wheel right from the get-go. That's the beauty of Texas Thunder Speedway. And the first thing I do when I get to the racetrack is I walk to the racetrack. I just kind of make an assumption of what's going to happen. We might change a stagger, you know, take some stagger out of it or something like that, but we really don't change much. We kind of go to the racetrack with our feature setup. So I feel I could probably change my setup and be faster in the heat, but instead of making all the changes at the track, I just struggle a little bit in the heat. And then we have a 4-year-old daughter, just turned 4, 4-year-old daughter, Daphne, that will follow. She comes with me all the time. She'll be at the track all the time. The red car, the 9 car, the one I drive, is a 2003 SCS chassis. All the updates I've done myself. Which is quite a bit. If something new came out in the rules or in technology, I've got it on the car. It's just something that I've done. Robin's is actually kind of a home-built. A guy named Tim Carmen who runs Cheater Chassis. He called me up and asked me if he could build her a car, which obviously is safe. She rolled it last year and everything did its job. And he really felt he could do what was needed to make the car turn. And I let him do it. We've upped her motor program to the same as my motor program. She's got the same exact thing in there. The cars are exactly the same setup-wise, and really, she's been a rocket ever since. We just got done with our heat races. I went out there and I guess I started last or second to last or something like that, and I run second. And I think the camera kind of messed me up because normally I'd have run third there like nothing, right behind my buddy, and just followed. I'm gonna probably start 9th or 10th tonight, and I gotta go where they're not. So I gotta really work the whole track. Robin went out there first and he won, and what I'm told is she went flying around the outside and off of turn 3, basically overshot the corner, which is real easy to do in a heat race because we're all trying to get to the high side as much as possible because of the grease on the bottom. So she really didn't get any laps in, which really takes away my whole tire maintenance scheme because I was trying to get some laps on the tires and see what kind of size they put out there, and we're good for the feature.
we just got done with the feature. I run third. Lap 1, you know, I don't know if there's anybody to blame in that deal, but lap 1, I really, I probably shouldn't have been where I was. I don't know that I'm happy. I'm very ecstatic that my buddy here won. You know, I mean, that's pretty pumped up. My wife come from dead last up to 5th. She passed more cars than me, obviously. That's pretty exciting itself. And I really feel that like I had the faster car at the end. If I don't know about with the 96 really, but if I had got a caution, we might have had a different race. So, you know, we'll take a 3rd place. Track points wise, I feel I'm gonna go and get a top 2 and hope for that win. You know, Eric and I are gonna battle it out every week, and it's all gonna come down to who has a bad night or who has the worst night out of the 2. And it's a long season.